Hello everyone. Welcome back for some more Lo-Fi yoga where we take what we need and we leave the rest. Let's begin with a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 3, 2, 1 and breathe out 2, 3, 4. So I decided to make another choose your own adventure style video today. So there will be certain points throughout the video where you can pause and skip to the cool down and Savasana section. And if you want to go through the whole thing, you can. It's all about choices and, taking what you need from today. So let's begin. Taking a nice inhale, bringing the arms up overhead, and then reaching into a nice side bend, bringing that left arm up overhead, and dropping the right hand down to the mat. Really press down through that left hip and open up the side body. Before you take an inhale, back to center, taking a stretch to the left. Back to center, then we're going to go back to the right again, and this time we're going to look up. Really open up that side body, and then inhale back to center and stretch it over to the left and look up again. We're going to make our way back to center, and as we exhale this time we're going to twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee. And on your next inhale, you're going to bring those arms back up overhead. Turn to the left, bringing the right hand to the left knee. Inhale those arms back up, and then find a staff pose. The legs extended out in front of you, and the arms supporting you. And we're just going to flex and point the toes. And then one by one, we're going to make some circles with our ankle, taking the circles in both directions. Pause anywhere that feels good. Take your time and enjoy the stretch. From here, we're going to inhale those arms up, and we're going to reach forward and then fold over our legs. Only go as far as you can, and of course you can bend the knees as much as you need to make the stretch comfortable. We're only here for a moment. We're going to inhale those arms back up, and we're going to twist to the left side, bringing the right hand to the left foot, and that left arm's going to go back. We're going to inhale back to center, and then twist to the right. And that right arm's going to come back, and the left arm's going to go to the right foot. Inhale, reach up. And now bend that right knee, bringing the foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, reach those arms back up. And then reach forward and fold over that left leg. And again, you can bend that knee as much as you need to. And we're going to take an inhale and then exhale and reach back with the left arm. A nice little twist here. And inhale back up, and we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to bend the left knee, bringing that foot right into the inner thigh. Stretch up nice and long, and then exhale as you reach out for that foot. Take a nice fold here just for a moment. And And then inhale back up. And we're going to twist and bring that right arm back. And the left hand is going to come to the right foot. And then inhale back to center. Arms up nice and tall. And now we're going to bend that right knee, bring the foot outside the left hip, and cross the left leg over that thigh. We're going to twist to the left and hook that right elbow right outside the knee. And bring the left arm back. Lots of twisting today. Inhale back to center. Windshield wiper those knees for a moment, and then take your pose on the other side. Bending the left knee, bringing that foot right outside the hip, and then crossing the right leg over the thigh. Inhale to stretch that spine up nice and long, and then hook the left elbow right outside the knee. Right arm back. And now we make our way onto our back very carefully. And we're just going to lift the knees and cross the left knee over the right. We're going to grab a hold of our ankles, flex the feet, and pull the knees towards the body while you also pull the feet away from each other. This is a nice hip stretch. It feels really, really good. It's one of my favorite stretches. Make sure you're relaxing your shoulders.
Let her cook.
And bring the feet to the mat, and then we're going to cross the right knee over the left and take that pose one more time. Again, make sure you're relaxing those shoulders and you're drawing the feet away from each other and drawing the knees towards the body. Bring the feet down to the mat, and then cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Find a nice figure four. Use that elbow to push the knee out, and then draw that bent knee towards the chest. Now we're going to take that on the other side. Left knee crosses. You can also rock your knees from one side to the other if you like. That does intensify the stretch a little more on the outer hip. It's up to you. Now we're going to go ahead and release, and then windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just stretch out the back a little bit before we begin to rock forward and back along the spine to bring ourselves up and over those knees to come into a tabletop position. Take your time. Once you're sturdy in your tabletop, go ahead and inhale and drop the belly, lift the gaze. Cat-cow, fan favorite around these parts. And you're just going to exhale and push the ground away and round the spine. Move through that, following your breath for a few rounds. Find yourself a neutral spine and then step the feet back into plank. And then we're just going to move through a nice vinyasa. So inhale in plank, exhale, chaturanga, lower yourself down. Inhale and lift that chest for cobra. And then exhale, press it back into a downward facing dog. And from here you can take whatever movements you feel you need. Pedaling the feet, you can shake your head, shake your hips, do whatever feels good. And then once you find some stillness, we're going to inhale and lift that right leg for a three-legged dog. You can bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale back to three-legged dog, and then step it through and find nice low lunge. Drop that knee, drop the back foot, And then inhale those arms up. Press into the hips, sink into it. And then exhale, take a nice little back bend. And now we're going to drop the hands and press our hips back into a half split. And as always, you don't have to lift the front toes. If that is too much for you, don't even do it. And also you can bring some blocks underneath your hands. We're just going to fold. On our next inhale, we're going to lift the gaze, drop the toes, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and come into a nice high lunge, arms up overhead. Exhale, take a little back bend. Inhale back up. One more time, take another back bend. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, reach up, bring the hands to the mat, step it back, take a vinyasa, or you can just meet in downward facing dog. You can skip all the vinyasas that we're doing today. There's a lot of them. And we can just meet in downward facing dog. Find some stillness. And when you're ready, inhale and lift the left leg. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale back to three-legged dog. And then step that foot in between the hands and find a crescent lunge. Drop that back knee on the top of the foot. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, take a back bend. And then drop the hands to the mat and find your half split. Inhale, lift the gaze, drop the toes, tuck those back toes, lift up, nice high lunge, arms up. And when you're ready, exhale, take a little back bend, cactus the arms. Inhale back up, exhale, another back bend. Inhale up, drop the hands to the mat, and vinyasa or child's pose, as long as you meet in downward facing dog, get there however you choose. Now we're going to inhale, lift the right leg, and we're going to step it through, find a crescent lunge, arms up, nice and high. Drop the hands, press back into a half split, folding just for a moment here. I'm going to lift the gaze, drop the toes, tuck the back toes, and lift that knee and find our high lunge. Once we have our arms up overhead, we're going to twist to the right, bring that right arm back, anywhere along the leg, and lift the left arm. Reach it back. Inhale, come back up, and then we're going to take a nice little twist. So hook that left elbow outside the right knee and bring the palms together to your heart. Inhale, back up to high lunge, and then we're just going to drop the hands down and take our vinyasa. Are you guys ready for the other side? Inhale, lift that left leg, three-legged dog, step it through for a crescent lunge. Drop that back knee in the top of the foot, and lift those arms nice and high. Sink into the hips a little bit, drop those hands down, and press the hips back for a half split. Folding over that front leg, just for a moment here. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, drop those front toes, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, and come up into a nice high lunge. Inhale those arms up. And now we're going to bring the right arm forward, left arm back. Reach up with that right arm. Inhale back, and now we're going to exhale. Bring the hands together at the heart, hooking the right elbow outside the left knee, and twist. Inhale those arms up, drop it down to the mat, and take the vinyasa or skip the vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Once you find your stillness in downward facing dog, you're going to look between the hands and step the feet forward. Find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch it out. Exhale, fold one more time. Bring those arms up overhead for a nice mountain. Seal the hands through heart center and then release. We're going to inhale, lift the right knee and the arms up overhead. Now we're going to carefully make our way into dancer. So grab a hold of that right foot and kick it into the hand. Make sure you find your focus point. It makes it a lot easier to balance. And if you wobble, you wobble. Nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch out that back. Exhale, fold, and then we rise. Arms up overhead, sealed through heart center. Now we inhale and lift the left knee and the arms up overhead. Now we find dancer on the other side. Catch that foot, kick it into the hand. So you tip forward just a little bit. Find your focus point. And now we exhale, release, find our forward fold. Plant those hands, step back into plank, and we take a vinyasa or child's pose and then meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze, step or hop to the top of the mat. Nice forward fold. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Find your mountain. Now inhale and lift that right knee. Arms up. We find our dancer on the right side once again. So reach back with the right hand, catching that foot, and kick it into the hands as you keep your gaze focused forward. Exhale, kick that heel back and find warrior 3. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to blocks or to the waist, whatever feels good. And now we're just going to drop into a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it right up. Nice strong mountain. Now we inhale, lift the left knee, bring those arms back up. Kick that left foot into the hand, find our dancer. Warrior 3, so exhale, kick the heel back, reach to the crown of the head, and make sure your toes are pointing down to the floor and your hips are square. Now exhale, forward fold, plant those hands, step or hop back to plank, chaturanga, and take your vinyasa or skip it all and meet in downward facing dog once again. Inhale and lift that gaze. Step or hop. Forward fold. Exhale, stretch it out. Fold again. Inhale, rise on up to mountain. We're going to lift the right knee and the arms. Kick it back for dancer. We're going to really stretch it out. Now exhale, find warrior 3. Energy through the heel and the top of the head. Make sure your feet are pointing down. And now we're going to find our way to half moon. So go ahead and twist to the side, opening up the body to the right. Block is helpful here, obviously. Holding just for a moment before we exhale and find a forward fold. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, rise, rise. Find our mountain. And then inhale, lift the left knee. We're going to find our focus point before we reach back. And kick that left foot into the hand for dancer. Once we're steady, go ahead and release the hold of the foot and kick it back for warrior 3. Power through the crown of the head and that heel. And again, make sure your toes are pointing down. Now we're going to grab our block and open ourselves up to the left side. Half moon. Really pressing down through that standing right leg. And now we're going to exhale and forward fold. Plant those hands, step or hop back to chaturanga, take that vinyasa or child's pose and meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze, bring the feet to the hands however you choose, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, rise, rise. This is our last one, guys. Let's do it strong, right? Inhale, bring the arms up, right knee up. Kick it back for dancer. Catch a hold of that right foot. Find our focus point. Exhale, energy, warrior 3. We're going to go ahead and make our way to half moon. So we're going to open up to the right side of the mat. Turn the hips, turn the toes. And now go ahead and catch a hold of the feet if you want to. Find sugar cane. So we're going to bring the toes right to the glutes like you're going to kick yourself in the butt. And then exhale and release, find a forward fold. Inhale, stretch out that spine. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, we rise. Arms up. Find our nice strong mountain. Find your focus point. Inhale, lift the left knee, lift those arms up. Now kick that foot into the hand for dancer. Last one, nice and strong. Exhale, kick it back for warrior 3. Square those hips. Half moon, open up to the left side. And then exhale, try to catch that foot, bend the knee. And find sugar cane on the right side. Really power through that right leg. Step the feet out a little bit for a ragdoll fold. So grab a hold of the opposite elbows and then bend into each knee one at a time while you sway. Really let the head be heavy here. Plant those hands down, walk the feet in a little bit, and now we're going to bend into the left knee and bring the right arm up over your head. Nice stretch in the hips here. Exhale, bring it to the other side, so bend into the right knee, and then the left arm goes up. Make sure you stack your shoulders as much as you can, and bring the gaze to the fingers. Exhale, and then inhale, bend into the left knee, right arm goes up. Option for a little half bind here where you tuck that right hand into the left hip crease. Keeping those shoulders stacked. Inhale, lift that arm right back up, and then we're going to take it on the other side. Bend into the right knee, left arm goes up. And then exhale, tuck that arm right into that right hip crease. Lovely. Inhale, that arm right back up overhead. And we're going to drop it down to the mat. And now we're going to find a nice little child's pose. So you bring your knees as wide as you like, toes together, and then press those hips back to your heels.
Let
When you're ready, lift the gaze, come up into a tabletop, and we're just going to take a few more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop that belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone, and then exhale, reverse it, curl that spine, tuck the chin to your chest, and move with your breath. Find yourself a nice neutral spine, and then we're just going to inhale and lift that right arm up overhead. Exhale, cross it underneath your body. Just a few rounds. Inhale, lift. And now this time we're going to exhale and drop the right ear and the shoulder down to the ground. And you can press into the left hand, or you can even go for a half bind if you want to tuck that left arm to the right hip crease. Just going to be here for a moment before we inhale, lift that arm right back up. And now we're going to take that on the left side. So left arm comes up, inhale, exhale, cross it, inhale back up, exhale, cross. Last one, inhale up, exhale, cross, and drop that left ear, left shoulder down to the mat, pressing into the right hand or half bind if you really need it. Bring that right hand to the left hip crease. Inhale and lift that left arm right back up, drop it to the mat. Now we're going to find a puppy pose, so you're going to walk your hands out up in front of you and melt your chest down to the floor, keeping your hips lifted. Now we're just going to walk our hands over to the right side. You can stack your palms, the hands on top of each other. You want to make sure you're pressing down through that left hip. Inhale, walk the hands back to center and then over to the left side. And you want to press out through that right hip. Back into center just for a moment. Now we're going to come onto our back for a nice Savasana. It's time to relax. I chose to go with a legs up the wall pose because I'm in an inverting mood. So I brought a block underneath my hips, just underneath that tailbone, and you just lift the legs right up. You can also use an actual wall if you have that available to you, or you can just stretch out and take some space. While we're here resting, I want you to think about 3 I am statements. Now imagine that they are facts, and what you say is the truth. What 3 things do you want to be true about yourself?
Let her cook.
As we reach the end here, I just wanted to say thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully you chose your own adventure and you got what you needed today. So before I send you out into the world, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 3, 2, 1, and breathe out 2, 3, 4. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Be well.